It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. It's time for another Torp review. This time we're going to be taking a look at the Wild Beer Company's Pogo. It's passion fruit, orange and guava, real fruit, pale ale, coming in at 4.1% ABV. These are 2 litre mini kegs that fit into the Krups, the subcompact. So what I'm going to do first, open this up. And inside the lid here, as you probably know by now if you've been watching these Torp videos, is the little line. Now this is really important because the line gets thrown away or recycled with the little mini keg. So there's never any infection. There's never any kind of cross-contamination with the beer or any chance of this beer giving this little machine here a yeast infection. So it just pops in. Pops in the top there. I've turned my machine on just whilst I've been... Move these beers out the way. Yeah, I turned the machine, lost my track of thought then. Turned the machine on just whilst I've been talking. That's what I meant to say. Right, this little piece just slides off. You load the Torp from the back. So that goes in the back there. That then slides in there like that. That goes in there like that. You put your... So it all just clicks in. You put your tap back on. Close your door. And then, if I can just lower this a little bit more. Oh, I'll grab the camcorder. You wait for that little line there, that little red light to go green. And that's really important. It's really important for 2 reasons. It cools the beer. And one thing I've worked out, which it took me a few Torps to work out, and I'm sure it probably will you too, is that once the light goes green, it means it's 2 things. It's cold enough, and more importantly, the beer's settled down. You've seen me, I've just been kind of pulling lids off and turning the Torp around and messing about, putting the line in, lifting it up, and it's going to get shook around a bit. So what this does is settles down the beer and cools it. So without further ado, I'm probably going to give this probably 45 minutes to change to green, and we'll be back for a review. Okay, so we got a green light. Let me show you. There you go. So without further ado, camera back in there, let's pour ourselves a beer. I've actually left it 24 hours. I did a live stream last night at the Stone Crow Virtual Pub. The light on this machine took the best part of 2 hours to go green. So we've waited 24 hours, had a lot of time to settle. And yeah, it's still... Some beers work really, really great. I'm really pleased with the machine, I'm really happy with it, but some beers seem to work really well. Others, not so great. I'm not going to over edit it. I'm not going to kind of say I'll be back in 2 minutes. This is what it is. I think it's just a case you've got to have a little bit of patience with these machines, the Krups, the subcompact. However, if you're a little bit less patient, you've got a little bit more money, invest in a blade. They are more kind of like, my brother-in-law sent me a text on WhatsApp just 2 days ago saying, oh, I was in Bath the other day and I was in a cafe bar and I seen one of these systems in the cafe bar. They're more well, they've been designed to work in cafe bars, small bars, so it's a proper bit of kit. But it's 4 times the money of that little machine there. That's about £100 on offer as of 2020. This was, including VAT, about 430, something like that, but it come with a keg of beer. So 4.2% ABV, orange and guava pale ale, wild beer companies Pogo, 4 finger white head. I've said all that again because I said it all yesterday, and I feel like I got to say it all again just to remind myself. Hazy looking pale ale, slow moving carbonation, nice and cold. Let's get the aroma. It smells really good though. It smells really good. You get that guava, you get that orange. Dare I say, orange peel. A sense of sweetness. And there might be a little bit of oats in this beer. You can just get that kind of... Well, you can see the body on the beer. You can see it's got a good body, and you do get a little bit of aroma of that kind of touch of oatiness. Let's dive in. Cheers, everybody. Yeah, that's nice. Really good beer. Orange, citrus, grapefruit, guava, really refreshing, little bit of sweetness to begin with. And this is the beauty. Let's turn the camera this way. So this is my little bar setup here. The sun's coming round in the afternoon. I'll show you now. Turn out that way a bit. There we are, look at that. So if I turn it that way a bit, the beauty of these machines is that, I mean, it keeps your beer cold. It keeps the beer for 30 days. And you've got beer on tap in your wonderful conservatory, or your wonderful beer bar, or whatever. I like that kind of al fresco style kind of living. I always have. So for the reason why I've invested in these machines is because it's right up my street, this, having a little drink in the garden, if you like. But really tasty, really refreshing beer. 2 litres, 4.2% ABV. It's Saturday afternoon. It's not going to last me long, this. Me and Mel will probably polish off this this little Torp tonight. Watching the sun go down, so the sun comes round the corner here, lights up the bar. It's good stuff. Good stuff. So a really good beer then. I always like to, it's a very different beer review, this, because it comes from a Torp. It comes from a little mini keg. I can talk to you an awful lot about the beer, or I can just kind of talk about the values of having these little mini kegs and make it more about the machine, because that's the reason why you've tuned in, because it's more about the machine. There's a great variety of beer. You can get Brewdog Punk IPA, Wild Beers Pogo, you can get Weissens, blondes, IPAs, pale ales. There's loads of different beers you can get on this Krups machine. An oatmeal stout as well, 4 Pews oatmeal stout you can get on it. So a lot of different style on the beer, and you can sit it in your kitchen if you haven't got the luxury of having a conservatory. You can stick it in your kitchen and go out your back door type of thing to the sun. But yeah, a flexible machine with lots of different beers. You just got to be a bit patient with it. it will settle down. If I was to pour, well, let's try it. If I was to pour a second glass of beer now, let's just manhandle this around. There we go. Let's get in. If I was to pour a second glass of beer, it should be a little bit better this time round. Or maybe not. Takes a little bit of patience, takes a little bit of time. I like the system. It will settle down. I promise you it will settle down. It will get to the stage where I'll be able to just pour and drink the beer. But then again, the 2 litres might be up by then. It might be towards the bottom of the keg by the time it settles down. So take it as you will. If you're a lover of this system, fantastic. If you're the type that might get a little bit annoyed by this great big head on your beer, then maybe this system's not for you. But my rating for Wild Beers Pogo is, it's an 8 out of 10. It's a nice beer, it's an 8 out of 10. I would have given it a little bit more if it wasn't for the faff of that giant head. But thank you all for watching. Please put your comments in the comments box, subscribe to our daily beer and food reviews, give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom! Cheers.